Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to state level lecture of Science 2. And I am Shilpa Chhatraban from Vikroli Parkside with our lesson number 3, that is life processes in living organisms part 2. And before we start, we have seen in our previous lecture and we have came across female reproductive system. Then we also came across how the menopause and menstrual cycle process are the parts of female reproductive system. Then we have also came across the fertilization of zygote and development and birth of the newborn. And after discussing all these points, we will now move on to our next topic. So these all processes that we have discussed before in our lectures, that were all about, means all these processes, they were for normal and common couples, means those couples who are normal and those they are common. That process which we have seen before, that process was there in that couple. But sometimes what happens, some couples or many couples, they cannot have children due to various reasons. So either there is a problem or difficulty in the women or in the man, and so for that difficulty they may not have children. So what happens, for them, they think about how they can have a child. So what difficulties does the woman have, that we will see. In case of women, what happens, if there are irregularities in menstrual cycle, means if the woman doesn't have a regular menstrual cycle, there may be problems in the fertilization. Otherwise, if there are difficulties in the oocyte production, means if the oocyte production is not normal, then she may also have fertility problems related to fertilization. Okay, so if there are also obstacles in the oviduct, if there is, means there are some barriers in the oviduct, that time also there are difficulties in the fertilization. And if there are difficulties in the implantation in the uterus, and for that there may be difficulty in the fertilization of that oocyte. So these are all problems that are responsible for means women to not get children. Okay, so if, and many other reasons are also there which are responsible for this. It means if the menstrual cycle is not regular per month, or oocyte production has difficulties, so the sperm that doesn't get fertilized and zygote is not formed. So these are the problems which are related to women. For that, she may not have children. So what are the problems which are related to men, that we will see. So in case of men, what happens, if there are fertility problems, like that is absence of sperms in the semen, or if there are poor sperm counts, so that time they may have fertility problems. And if there is a slow movement of sperms or poor sperm motility, that time also there is a problem in fertility in men. And if there is anomalous in the sperms, and there are abnormally shaped sperms, this can lead to fertility problems in men. So these all reasons for that the couple may either the men has this problem or the women it may have the problem. So because of this they may not have children. So they think about any technique by which they can have children. But nowadays what happened, with the help of advanced medical techniques like IVF, surrogacy, sperm bank, now these type of childless couples they can have children. So how does this technique help them, that we will see today. So what happens in IVF? IVF, the long form of IVF, it is in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization, that is the long form of IVF. Now in this technique, what happens? Fertilization is brought about in the test tube. What happens? The embryo it is formed and is implanted in the uterus of woman at appropriate time. And this IVF technique it is used for having child in case of those childless couples who have problems like less sperm count or obstacles in oviduct. So there is this technique, it helps the childless couples to have children. Okay, so in this type, what happens? The sperm from the men and the oocyte from the women, they are collected in a test tube and they are implanted in the uterus of the women after development of the embryo. And after that there is a growth of the embryo and then they can have a child after that. Now this is the technique that is called as in vitro fertilization. You may have you may have heard the word test tube baby. So these test tube babies they are, as in this IVF technique, they are formed in this type only. Okay, so sometimes what happens, some women they have problems in implantation of embryo in the uterus. Means such a woman can take the help of the modern remedial technique that is called as surrogacy. Means she may not implant the embryo in her uterus. So there is a remedial technique called as surrogacy. In this technique, what happens? Oocyte, it is collected from the ovary of the woman having problem in the implantation in the uterus. Means what happens in this? The oocyte, it is collected from the women and collected from the ovary of the woman, and it is which has a problem in the implantation in the uterus, and that oocyte it is fertilized in the test tube with the help of sperms collected from her husband. So the embryo formed from such fertilization, it is implanted in the uterus of some other women having normal uterus. Means they take a help of a normal means women which has a normal uterus. Means in this a third person is involved. So such a woman in whose uterus the embryo is implanted, she is called as a surrogate mother. Means the husband and wife, both egg and sperms, they are collected. They are developed in a test tube, and that developed embryo, that is transformed to the normal women which has a normal uterus, and means she is a normal woman, and that woman is called as a surrogate mother. Now let's move to the next topic, that is sperm bank or semen bank. Now there are various problems in sperm production as mentioned above. In case of many men, what happens, there is a less sperm count, so at that time they can take the help of the sperm bank. So in this, what happens, the children, in case of such couples, new concept of sperm bank has been introduced. Now this concept is similar to the blood bank. Now in this, what happens, sperms are collected in blood bank, blood is collected. So the semen which is ejaculated by the desired man, it is collected after their thorough physical and medical checkup and stored in the sperm bank. So a normal person or a normal man, he is means his semen is collected or ejaculated, and after so many medical checkups and physical checkups, it is stored in the sperm bank. In blood bank also, when they collect the blood, they check first how the physical fitness and means how the blood is it normal, or it has any diseases causing, means the blood has any diseases, that they are first they check that, and then they store the blood. In that way only, sperms also, they are first medically checked, and thoroughly after checking them, then they are stored in the sperm bank. So as per the wish of needful couple, oocyte of women of the concerned couple is fertilized by IVF technique and using the semen from the sperm bank. So the resultant embryo, which is implanted in the uterus of the same woman, it is means it is implanted in the same woman whose which woman has means her husband has any problem in the sperm count. Okay, so name of that semen donor, it is kept strictly, means it is not told in the public, so it is kept secret as per the law. Means there is a law, means the donor which donates the semen, the name of that donor, it is kept secret, and there is a law for that. Okay, so after this we will see, means look forward to the next topic. Now you have means you see twins which look similar. In your school also you may have came across twins, and they look as they are like Xerox copy of each other, and you get confused while means identifying them. Okay, so they are similar in all manner. So how does this happen? You may have came across in your class also. You may have in twins in your class. So, or in your society or in your area where you live, you may have came across this type of twins. So you don't means identify which one means how you can identify them. Okay, so how does this happen? In such case, what happens? Two embryos develop simultaneously in same uterus, and thus two offsprings are delivered simultaneously. Now, such offsprings are called as twins. Means what happens? Two uh, two offsprings are delivered at the same time, and they come from two embryos, and two embryos are developed in a same uterus, and after that they get developed and they are delivered simultaneously, and they look means similar to each other. So so many couples, they have twins, and they are of two main types of twins, and they may have means twins which are of two types, that is monozygotic twins and dizygotic twins. Okay, so what is monozygotic and what is dizygotic? We will see. So monozygotic twins are formed from a single embryo. Means in this, what happens? A single embryo is involved, and during early period of embryonic development, means when the embryo is forming, within 8 days of zygote formation, what happens? The cells of that embryo, they get divided into two groups. Means in this figure you can see the embryo, it gets divided into two, and for in this way the two zygotes are formed, and those two groups develop as a separate embryo, and thus monozygotic twins are formed. So they develop in the same uterus, and they are formed by a single embryo which gets divided into two, and so they are called as monozygotic twins. So such twins, they are genetically and exactly similar to each other. So as they come from a same embryo and they are divided, so their genes are also same. They look also exactly like each other. So due to this, such twins are exactly similar in their appearance, and their gender is also same. You may have seen two twin brothers, two twin sisters. So they look similar due to this, because they come from a single embryo which gets divided. So both will be either boys or either girls. So they may be either a girl or a other boys. Okay. So there, in case of monozygotic twins, another possibility is also there, that if the embryonic cells are divided into two groups 8 days after the zygote formation, means after 8 days. The first we have seen, it is within 8 days. But if they get divided after 8 days, what happens? The zygote formation which is there is a high possibility of formation of conjoined twins. Means the parts of some means the body parts of that twins, they may be attached with each other. Some parts means sometimes the head it gets attached to each other, and other parts they are means different. Sometimes what happens, the heart of both the twins they are attached to each other, and other parts they are different. Sometimes they are attached from the abdominal section, they are attached there, and other parts they are different. Means in which conditions that embryo is divided, it means at that situation they get joined at that part, and the means one part it gets attached at that part, and the other parts they get means they are different. Okay, so these such types of twins which are formed or which are conjoined means they are joined at the same means a same body part, it is used by both bodies. Means both means they are different but one part is same. So these type of twins they are called as Siamese twins. You may have came across, or you may have not seen this type of twins, but these twins they can be like this, that if they get divided after 8 days. Okay, so such twins are born with some parts of body joined to each other, and some organs are common in such twins. So this is the type of monozygotic twins that are called as Siamese twins. Okay, so occasionally if now we will come to the next means dizygotic part. So occasionally two oocytes, if they are released from the ovary of women, means we have seen that normally one oocyte is released from the ovary every month. Okay, but sometimes what happens, two oocytes they get released from the ovary of the woman, and both oocytes are fertilized by two separate sperms. Means if two oocytes are released and both the oocytes they get fertilized with two separate sperms. Means in this figure you can see two sperms are fertilizing two oocytes, and thus then what happens, two zygotes are formed in this process. So if this type of fertilization is there, then what happens, two embryos are formed from those two zygotes, and both of those embryos are separately implanted. Both they form a zygote and they get implanted in the uterus. Now two embryos are formed from those two zygotes, and both of those embryos they get separately implanted in the uterus. Means in the same uterus both the embryos they get implanted, and thus dizygotic twins are delivered after complete development. Means in such twins they are genetically different and may be same or different by gender. Means you can see two different oocytes and they get separately fertilized. Means two different oocytes and two different sperms they get fertilized. So in this case what happens, sometimes you may have seen twin brother and sister. Means they are delivered at the same time, but they look they don't look alike, or they have different means genetically they are different. one is a boy, one is a girl, or they may be similar or they may be different. So the gender, it is different, and their genetic they are genetically also different from each other, means same characteristics cannot be seen in both of them. Okay, so in dizygotic twins, what happens? They are genetically different from each other, and they may also be same or different by gender, means they may be two girls, two boys, and they may be different. One means one boy or one girl. Okay, so in this way, monozygotic and dizygotic twins are formed. So you may have also heard or came across that a woman have delivered more than two offsprings at a time. So you may have your parents, or in social media, or in the news, you may have seen this type of news that a woman has given birth to more than two offsprings, or 3, 4, or 5 offsprings. Okay, so how does this happen? This is because of division of a monozygotic embryo in two or more, or it may be two or more ovum fertilized at the same time, and polyzygotes are formed, and it results in more than two fetus. Means it may be monozygotic, means what happens in monozygotic? One ovum and one sperm, it forms a embryo. That embryo, it gets divided into two, and two means twins are formed. At that time, if this embryo, it gets divided into another, again some means again, if it divides, first it will divide into two, then if it divides into again two, means it may divide at that time, if it gets divided into 3, 4, or 5 parts. If the embryo, it gets divided into this many parts, then that type of means and they, if these parts, they get developed into they means if this type of embryo, it gets developed, that means in this case, what happens? Two or more fetus, they are formed, and then they are delivered at the same time. So that couple may have two or more means offsprings at a time. So it may also be in dizygotic also, if 2 or 3 oocytes, they get fertilized at the same time, then also in this case also, that couple can have more than 2 offsprings at a time. So this may also occur in some cases, but it is a rare in so many means this happens with rare couples, and it is a not common process in every couple. Okay, so after discussing monozygotic, dizygotic, and polyzygotic embryos, now let's turn to our next topic, that is reproductive health. So what is reproductive health? A person's state of being physical, mental, and social strongness is called as a health. So when a person is physically, mentally, and socially strong, then that person is said to be in a good health. So a person's state of being sound through physical, mental, and social aspects is called as a good health. So in our country, there seems to be a lack of awareness regarding reproductive health due to various reasons like social customs, traditions, illiteracy, and shyness. So there are so many social customs, there are so many traditions. Many people, they are illiterate. They have no education, and there is a shyness, means they get feared about any thing. Okay, so these are the reasons which have lack of awareness between them. So especially there seems to be indifference towards the reproductive health of women. So because of these reasons only, there is a lack of or indifference towards the reproductive health of women. So occurrence of menstrual cycle is related with the reproductive and overall health of the women. So nowadays, what happens? Women are working with men, and due to this, they have to stay outdoors for whole day. And during this, what happens if there is a bleeding which occurs during menstrual cycle? Due to this, what happens? The genitals need to be maintained clean at time to time. Otherwise, there is a problems regarding to reproductive health, and it may arise due to this in uncleanliness. Okay, so such problems regarding to reproductive health, they may also arise in men also. Men too, it may be there. So it is essential to maintain the cleanliness of their genitals. So in men, what happens? Among the various sexual problems in men, syphilis and gonorrhea occur on large scale in men. So both of these diseases, they are caused by bacteria, and occurrence of patches or cancer or various parts of body including genitals or rashes, fever, inflammation of joints, and alopecia. These are the common means these symptoms, they may occur in the problem like syphilis. Okay, so in this the symptoms, these are the symptoms which are related to syphilis. And if there is a painful and burning sensation during urination or oozing of pus through penis and vagina, inflammation of urinary tract and throat and eyes, so these are the symptoms of gonorrhea. So these diseases are of means these are the sexual diseases which are seen in men. Okay, so there must be a good health of men as well as women, and there must be a awareness between them of reproductive health. So there must be very cleanliness in the genitals of both women and men. So now let's move to next topic, that is population explosion. So look at the picture. What do you observe? This the chart. You can see in this chart. This shows the excessive growth of population within short duration, and when there is a excessive growth of population in short duration, this is called as the population explosion. So you may have realized from the table given besides about fast population growth in India. So you may see in 1901 how much population was there, and now in 2011, means 10 years back, how much the population has been raised up. Okay, so this is the means explosion of population. Now excessive growth of population within short duration is called as population explosion. So means in the short duration means in how much time in 100 years we have means cross how much population. So today it is 135 crores of population in our country only. So if this is the table which is shown 10 years back. So that time it was 121 means crores of population that time, and within 10 years we have crossed means how much 135 crores. Today it is the population of India. So this is the excessive growth of population within short duration, and this means growth, it is called as a population explosion. Now you may have realized this by observing this table, and we have to, because of this excessive population, what happens, we have to face various problems like unemployment, decreasing per capita income, and there is a problem of increasing loan, stress on natural resources, etc. So these are the problems which are related to population explosion. So there is only one solution for all such problems, and it is population control. So we must control our population, because if there is increased population, if the population it increases day by day, there we are now also facing the problems like unemployment, decreasing per capita income, and increasing loan plans, and there is a stress on natural resources. Okay, so we are now facing this problem, but if we don't stop this explosion, the problem it may be severe in the future. Okay, so there are some birth control measures which can help in population explosion. There are so many means methods for family planning. You may have limited growth, means limited children in your family, and your family may be a small and happy family. So with these measures you can control the birth of means birth of a child. Okay, so which methods you can means use for this? There are some methods that are barrier methods
Hello, Shilpa ma'am. Shilpa ma'am, you are not audible. Hello, Shilpa ma'am, please unmute yourself. Hello. Hello, Shilpa ma'am, unmute yourself. Yes, Sufyan. Hello, Shilpa ma'am. We are not able to hear you. Please unmute yourself. Hello, Shilpa ma'am. We are not able to hear you. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Students, for today, we have completed all the 4 lectures. So we'll wind up our session over here. I'll end up the session. Tomorrow, we'll meet at 8 o'clock in the morning again. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, students.